Hey, I'm Annemarie with Speak Confident English, and I have a question for you. If you're traveling for work and you've just had a successful business meeting, and after the meeting, some of your partners invite you out to dinner, how do you accept or decline that invitation? Or if it's the holiday season and your neighbors invite you over for a dinner party, or maybe they invite you over for a backyard barbecue during the summer. Again, how should you accept or decline that invitation? That is exactly what we're going to focus on in today's Confident English lesson. Now, where I live, it's officially the holiday season, and that means we have so many events, get-togethers, and invitations with coworkers, family, neighbors, and friends. But of course, we also get invitations for different events all throughout the year. Maybe someone in your yoga class invites you to a housewarming party. Or maybe a parent at your child's school invites you and your family over for dinner. I want you to know exactly how to respond to those invitations in English, whether you want to say yes or you need to decline or say maybe. Today we're going to focus on really simple steps and the language that you need to use so that you can respond to invitations confidently and politely in English. Let's start with saying yes. You've just received an invitation and you're super excited about it. You definitely want to go. So here are 3 simple steps that you need to properly accept the invitation and some phrases that native speakers use to do this. Number 1, be sure to say thank you for the invitation. And a couple of ways that you can do that are, thanks so much for the invite, or thanks for the invitation. That's so nice of you to think of us, or that sounds great. Step 2 is make it clear that you're saying yes. And here are a few great ways to do that. Count me in, or count us in. I'd love to come, or I'll be there for sure. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did a lesson with Kelly, and we talked about how we make plans with friends, and we compared Australian English with American English, and we used a couple of expressions that would be perfect here as well. For example, I'm in or I'm down. Both of those mean, yes, I'm interested. And finally, another fun one to use, especially around the holiday season, is I'll be there with bells on. Now, this one is a really fun expression, and in the online lesson, I've given you a link to read more about that expression and where it came from. Now, after you've said thank you and made it clear that you're saying yes, the 3rd step is to confirm the details. For example, so I'll see you on the 10th, or we'll see you Friday at 7. Now, it's not necessary, but it's always nice to also offer help. So you could also ask something like, is there anything that I can bring? Or is there anything I can do to help? And now you have 3 really easy steps to follow to accept an invitation in English. And here's how it might sound if you put all 3 of those together. For example, thank you so much. That sounds great. I'll definitely see you Friday at 7. Or thank you so much for thinking of us. We're really looking forward to your holiday party. We'll be there with bells on. And please let us know if we can bring anything. Now you can review all of those examples that I've just provided in the online lesson, and I'll include a link to that lesson below this video on YouTube as well. Now, let's say you get an invitation and you really do want to go, but you're not sure about the timing. Maybe you've got something else scheduled and you're going to try to move it. The truth is you can't commit yet, so you need to say maybe. I've actually got a lesson on this topic of how to better say yes, no, and maybe, but I'll give you a quick overview. Now, when saying maybe, it's definitely a good idea to start with a thank you for the invitation and then say something like, I'm not sure if I can make it, let me check my calendar and I'll get back to you. Or perhaps I can reschedule something. Let me see what I can do. And then make sure that you definitely follow up, that you let them know for sure whether you're going to accept or decline the invitation. And finally, let's talk about saying no. Now, you might need to say no because you really can't go. You've got something else scheduled, or you might be out of town. But you might also be saying no because you just don't want to go. And that is totally okay. In both of those situations, I've got 4 steps for you to follow to politely decline the invitation. There are a few things that are really important when declining. Be clear, be succinct, and be polite. So number 1, of course, is first say thank you for the invitation. That is always the best way to start. So again, it could be a simple thank you, or thanks so much for the invitation, thanks for thinking of me. And then step 2, explain that you're not able to go, but using an apologetic tone. What that means is using words like unfortunately and I'm sorry. Here are a few examples. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that I'll be able to make it. Or unfortunately, I can't make it. I'm so sorry, but I don't think I'll be able to make it work. I wish I could join you, but... And then step 3, after you've politely declined with that apologetic tone, you want to give a brief or succinct reason. You don't need to give a lot of details or explain too much. Just keep it simple. Here are a few examples. It's my sister's birthday on Saturday and my whole family is getting together. We've already got plans that evening. Or our children have an event that day at school. And finally, another one, we're going to be out of town. Those are all really simple, but they do provide a little bit of a reason for why you have to decline the invitation. And then finally, step 4 is to close with something positive. For example, I hope you have a great time, or I hope it's a great event, or we hope we can see you another time soon. When you put those 4 easy steps together, they sound something like this. Thank you so much for the invitation. Unfortunately, I've already got an event that night. My children have a program at school, but I really hope we can do it again another time. And here's another example. That sounds like so much fun, but unfortunately I have to say no. We're going to be out of town. Hopefully we can do it next time. And with that, you've got easy to follow steps and the language that you need to accept or decline an invitation in English. Now, as always, I have a couple of challenge questions for you. This is an opportunity for you to put all of this together and get some practice. Before I give you those questions, if you like this video, be sure to let me know. And there are a few ways that you can do that. You can like this video on YouTube and subscribe to this channel so you never miss a lesson. You can also share it with friends and family on Facebook. And you can share a comment at the end of this lesson and answer my challenge questions. So here they are. Number 1, someone you've recently met at a yoga studio is moving and they're inviting the whole yoga class over for a housewarming party, and you definitely would like to go. So how can you use the 3 strategies we talked about to accept the invitation? Number 2, another parent at your child's school is inviting some of the parents over for coffee one morning, and she invited you. And you'd like to go, but you're really not sure it will work. So you need to let her know maybe. You need to let her know that you'll get back to her soon. How could you do that? And finally, number 3, your neighbors are having a holiday party. They do it every year and you're new to the neighborhood, but you're traveling over the holidays. So you have to say no. How could you do that politely? Those are my 3 challenge questions for you. You can share with me just below this video and use it as an opportunity to practice what you've learned. Again, you can find more examples of common phrases that we use to accept and decline invitations in the online lesson. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and I look forward to seeing you next time for your Confident English lesson.